What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Why Not Gamer channel, where we are doing another Poke-dexcussions episode, where we come and we talk about fun Pokemon stuff that you might not know and I might not know, but Trell definitely knows. So we're going to lean on Trell for this one today because he actually got to live through this one, and pretty much what it is it's children's folklore about Pokemon in pretty much more of old school Pokemon games, a little less of the new ones, but maybe Trell can talk to us a little more about those. How you doing, Trell?
Yeah, doing great, doing great. Yeah, so it's kind of a weird topic. It'll make more sense as we talk about it, but I chose this just because I was in elementary school during the big Pokemon just going crazy, right? The big boom, the big fad, all that was going on in the late 90s when I was in elementary school. And we got these games, right? Red and blue, and even into gold and silver and crystal. And it was just everybody at school had one. It was wild, and everybody was kind of like competing with each other to see who could get who and who could get it the strongest and who could catch and complete their Pokédex. And so, along with that, came a lot of folklore that was created just to go alongside the Pokemon's kind of mysterious gameplay or game features, if you will. So yeah, but before we do that, maybe we need to define what child's folklore even is, right?
Sure.
So here I've got a definition. It says child folklore is the folklore or folk culture of children and young people. It includes, for example, rhymes and games played in the school playground. So what that means is like a typical child folklore would be like kids hearing something that adults have or talk about, and then they turn it into their own kind of rhyme or game, right? So you think like playground sayings, like one when I was a kid was like they take "I believe I can fly" and we'd say "I believe I can die. I got shot by the FBI." I've heard that one. So that's children taking a saying, taking a song that adults have done, and turning it into their own folklore, right? So this happened in that late 90s, early 2000s with the Pokemon games because they were such a big part of culture, really, and pop culture. And everybody knew them, and a lot of people at school had them. At least in some sense, they knew what Pokemon was, and everybody wanted to be the coolest kid who knew the next Pokemon secret and had discovered it. So that's where we're going with this is Pokemon's child folklore, and we're going to talk about all the crazy rumors that I heard and I remember hearing as a kid, and maybe some of you remember them too, and some of them are kind of really broad and across kind of worldwide known. And that's probably the one we'll start with just to kick it off and get us an understanding of what we're talking about here. Yeah, how does that sound?
Sounds good to me. I'm
Following
excited.
along there? Pretty
Yep,
quick?
I'm following along as I'm shooting targets in Apex.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I guess I'll do most of the talking on this one, and
Yo,
then you can
Manberg, what is up?
chime in and give your opinion on it, because some of them are pretty wild and
They
things that
are.
just some bunch of little kids thought of this, at least at my school, but they had to get it from somewhere. So I think what kind of started this is one the missing no glitch, right, in the game,
Oh,
in the
yeah.
original Red and Blue. So that was something that wasn't supposed to be in the game, and you had to do all these crazy steps to make it happen. And weird symbols popped up. He was himself a weird symbol, right? And it makes sense now that you've got the internet and you can look it up and see what it is. But we didn't have that back then, right? We had internet, but there was no videos online. And there was no, I mean, as a child, you're not getting online and looking at forums and cheat codes and pages like that. It just wasn't a thing that was even crossing our mind. So what we did is we filled in the blanks with our own folklore, right? The child folklore. So
Uh huh.
uh, the biggest one, I think, and the most known one is Mew under the truck, right?
Oh, definitely,
Uh,
yeah. Even I knew
how
about
this
this one.
started, yeah, like all children's folklore, is something real is there, right? That truck was really there, and it's really
Uh huh.
right by the SSN, and you can really get to it and touch it, interact with it. It doesn't do anything, but it is there, and it's quite mysterious, right?
Uh huh.
So, but back then, Mew was never released. It was like an event that was, I don't know if it was released only in Japan or some kind of competition, and the winner got a Mew or something like that.
Mm
But we had no access to Mew, and so everybody was thinking of how do you get this Mew, and so I don't know the complete history of the Mew under the truck, but just from my perspective is we believed it, right? We believed it.
Yeah.
And some kid at school, he's like, "Oh yeah, I did that. I got Mew," right? And you're like, "Well, show him to us." He's like, "Oh, I started a new game or whatever." And there was always something like that, but you still left you wondering, like, man, maybe that really is there. So just from my personal experience, me and my buddy, we stayed over one night, and we're like, "We're gonna do this. We're gonna get Mew," and so we had to have the link cable because we had to trade and get someone with cut, and then cut the bush, go back, go on, and not battle Surge because that makes the SSN leave because you got to get cut there. So we went on, got Surf, came back, went, got the truck, nothing happened, right? And we're like, well, that was a bunch of BS. So we kind of debunked the Mew under the truck glitch, and I think that's one everybody knows for sure, and it's one that the Game Freak and Pokemon Company have kind of pointed to in good fun in future videos and stuff, but that's kind of the biggest one. So I don't know, what are your thoughts on that one? Got any?
Yeah, I think also with that one, I think they've made a ROM hack where that actually happens too. You get Mew there. Right? So that is one that definitely a lot of people know and have seen. I always thought that he was there too. I don't know. I mean, and I was just, I started playing those games when I was 2-3 years old. So I didn't know anything, but I always did think there was a Mew there. Probably because I overheard you talking or something. I picked it up, but it is funny how that little truck just sitting there gets made into something totally different. I have no idea who could have made that up. But whoever did, it got out there, and everyone knows. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool. It's something that I don't know if kids really have today. Is with the internet, it kind of takes away a lot of that creativity, that ability to have the folklore around these games. Also, Ocarina of Time. If we quick jump to Zelda, it has its own folklore and secrets that were made up by kids and whatnot. And some people recently, actually, you can look this up on the internet. It's pretty cool. They found a way to kind of mod in those events and make them happen and bring about this extra way of getting the actual Triforce. So it's pretty cool to see that kind of make a return and come back and bring it to life. That's pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. But anyways, Kate, let's get through these because I've got quite a few that just some crazy kids started at my school and we had to check out. It was really a thought in our mind, like, can this really happen?
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one, and most of these, again, are in red and blue and gold and silver, mostly red and blue.
Oh, cool.
So it was rumored that there was a secret door under a statue on your way to the Elite Four. Okay, so there's statues there, right? Mm-hmm. But there was one that you could interact with, and you could use strength on, and you could push it aside. And only in blue version, mind you. This had to be blue version. I don't know why. But
screw you if you got red version.
Yeah, screw you. It was a screw you. The kid who was upset
I'm sure
all the red version people.
He's like,
cooler.
He was just mad.
He was just ticked. He's like, I'm gonna make up this lie. So, anyways, you push that statue aside. It opens some stairs. You walk down the stairs. And now you're in a secret cloning room, like the one from the movie, right? And you can clone your strongest Pokemon there, and then you'll have a complete replica of it. Saying these out now and hearing these now, it's like it's pretty dumb, but we were, in third grade and stuff, and it was pretty believable back then.
Heck yeah, I'd believe it as a kid, no joke.
Yeah. And you don't know the extent of, anything gaming or development or anything like that, and you can't go online and see if it's true. There's just no resources in there, so you kind of got to take people's word for it and then find it out for yourself. So yeah, there was that one. I think that one came about because of the movie and because some kid was jealous of the red versions.
Oh, definitely. He's definitely jealous. There's no way that kid would just make that up. Oh, it's only blue version. It's because what he's doing is he was telling them, and then a kid with red version is like, "Hey, I got a red version card. Let's do it right now." He's like, "Oh wait, it's only blue version."
Oh wait. It's blue version only.
Luckily, no other kid walked up and said, "Hey, I got blue version." He would have said, "Oh, it's only mine. Actually, it was specially made."
Yeah, he's been like, well, I got the Japanese version. That's another one that's gonna come up. Is I played the Japanese version.
My dad works for Game Freak, I swear.
My uncle works for Game Freak. He gave me a secret copy.
Secret copy where I can clone any Pokemon I want. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But when you ask them to prove it, they never can. So it's just funny.
All right, let me read what Manberg said quick. It was
Yeah.
like that with me around 1st to 3rd, but with Minecraft. But in 4th grade for me, Fortnite got popular, and I never I never liked it because talk about how, but all the Pokemon or all the people in my class, man, I can't read, did, and they all called me Minecraft Kid. I had no friends for 2 years. It got back in 5th grade, but even then they made fun of me. What, for liking Minecraft?
Man, kids are brutal, dude. It
Or
can be brutal. Yeah.
oh, they didn't like you for not liking Fortnite or for liking Minecraft? Because I don't know why calling someone the Minecraft Kid would be a bad thing. I mean, it was stinking one of the most popular things in the world. I mean,
Yeah, no kidding.
tons
It
of
still
people
is.
are
Kids love
Minecraft
it. Kids
kids.
love it.
Yeah, I mean, that's messed up, man. All right. Let's see. Yeah, but anyway, I guess we can move on from there.
Yep. All right. Okay, so the next one. A lot of these are around how you get Mew too, right? Not Mewtwo, but Mew as well.
Sure.
Mew. Okay, so this next one was that Blue Sister will give you Mew if you beat the Elite Four X amount of times, right? A certain amount of times. Nobody knew how many times, but except for one kid who had done this allegedly, and he just kept beating the Elite Four, and then finally, Blue Sister was like, "Wow, you're so amazing. Here, have a Mew." So yeah, we had kids at school just trying to beat the Elite Four over and over and over and over, and then going and clicking on Blue's sister, and nothing ever happened.
They're like, hey, guess what I did to Blue's sister? I made her so impressed that she gave me Mew.
Yeah.
I think he was mixing that up with the town map.
He couldn't spell very well. But MAP was, he thought it was MEU.
That's actually
He hadn't learned all
good.
his letters quite yet.
I swear it said awarded me with Mew.
I swear it said MEW.
That's map, idiot. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Manberg. They didn't like him for liking Minecraft. That's messed up. But nowadays, they say it's a cringe thing to be a Minecraft kid. Even when I started liking Halo, they called me Halo and Minecraft kid.
Oh,
Yo, don't worry, Manberg. When I was growing up, going through school, see, Trell got to grow up where it was you're lame if you didn't bring your Pokemon to school. And I grew up where you're weird if you like Pokemon. So a lot of people didn't even know that I liked Pokemon because I wouldn't tell anybody. Because heck, who knew who's gonna say, you know what, that sucks. Pokemon's boring. And look at me now.
Look at me now.
Look at me now, chilling with my Pokemon plushie on my desk. Why
when
not?
I was your age, I'd never even been invited to a party. But look at me now.
But look at me now. Oh man, guys, but yeah, Manberg, don't worry about it, dude. People are dumb. Okay, I honestly have no idea what I'm using right now. I'm just clicking on guns and whatever. I'm just gonna go for it, guys. If I'm getting destroyed in Apex, don't make fun of me. Don't call me the Apex loser, please.
All right, ready for another one?
Yep.
Okay, this one actually came directly from my best friend. It was, if you have yellow version, and after you beat Misty and Brock, if you click on them enough times, they will follow you around like Pikachu does, just like in the anime.
If you click on them enough times.
He's my best friend, so of course I believed him, and I go and start clicking on. I clicked on stupid Misty and stupid Brock over and over and over, and guess what? Nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing ever happened. Gosh damn.
I don't know where he got that one from. He's probably just jealous I had a yellow version, and made that up.
Oh, I'm sure that's what happened.
Oh, okay. And this one has to do with the Japanese versions. So
Okay.
this one I got from actually a cousin who went to and lived in Japan for a while at the time, and came back and had allegedly experienced these Japanese versions of red and green.
Oh my gosh.
and he was sitting here, he was telling me about all these rare new items and things that you can just are available in the Japanese version. Like you can go to the mart and buy as many master balls as you want. You have easy access to starters wherever you want, all in this Japanese version. All these great things are happening that didn't come over into the American US versions, even though they were made later and updated.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that at the time. So I spent years thinking like there's some secret to the Japanese versions. And while they do have different sprites, there's not a whole lot different going on,
Yeah.
right? But so eventually, all right, when emulators became a thing, I got one and tried the Japanese version, and I was a little disappointed. I was finally able to debunk that folklore, if you
Yeah.
will.
I bet. Gall.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
All right.
gosh. Yeah, I'm dead. That was quick.
Okay, there was another. This one's maybe not so much as a folklore as just maybe just what people believed at the time because of the games. But I guess it kind of is though. So it was all us kids. We thought that we were certain that all Pokemon were male in Gen 1, except for the Nidoqueen line. They're like, see that pink one, Jigglypuff? Even that one's a dude.
Yeah.
So I think it was because the Nidoqueen line was the only Pokemon that specifically had the female sign next to it, right? Nidoran female. And so it was just kids made up that, well, apparently since this is the only one with the sign, that means all the rest are male. So, and there was no breeding in Gen 1, so we just thought, oh yeah, I guess so, all the Pokemon are boys.
Huh.
It came about because Game Freak only made two Pokemon Nidoran, right? It
Yeah.
made them specified as male or female, so
Yeah.
somehow that one came out of that.
That's funny. I didn't know about that one at all.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Okay. Now I think. Oh, we have one more in Gen 1. So in Gen 1, if you go to Bill's house, there's like a little space behind his house. And this is another how you get Mew thing, right? So if you are somehow able to unlock a secret back door in Bill's house, nobody knew how, but it's there and it can be done, right? You can walk in the backyard and Mew's going to be there and you can battle him and catch him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's no how do we get Mew? There's no way to get Mew. So we got to come up with these wonky things, and because if you got Mew, you were the coolest kid in school, right? So everybody wanted to know that. Everybody wanted to feel like they knew how to do it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. What do you think that came from, like the TV show and seeing Mew? So that's what made them.
Yeah, I think so, and I think it just came from. I think it kind of stems from the missing no glitch and how wild that was, and just that there can be other crazy things done, and it will unlock other parts that you don't have access to.
Okay, I see.
And which, really we weren't that far off, because once it was years later that someone discovered you could do that. You can mess with the fly glitch where you walk in a trainer's line of sight and then fly away before he notices you.
Yeah.
And you can you can encounter any Pokemon that way if you play it right, set it right. And that the trainer that triggers Mew is that Slowpoke one on that route by Bill's house. So, I mean, hey, there's something going on
my
there,
gosh.
right?
Yep. I get that. That makes sense to me.
Kind of trippy when you think about it, but kind of cool. All right. Okay, so I think that's the end of our Gen 1 ones. Yeah. Okay, so we'll jump into Gold and Silver now. So when these came out, I mean, it was a big deal, right? And clearly,
yeah.
these new games, they're going to have even deeper secrets and more wilder things than the missing no glitch that's going to come out. So, I mean, just from the get-go, there was kids saying some really crazy stuff about these games. But here's some of the ones that I remember for sure. So the Mewtwo cave at the end post game, right? It's closed off in the originals. You can't get in there. But it was it was fabled that if you use Rock Smash on Mewtwo's cave in Cerulean City, or however you say that, it opens the entrance to him in Gen 2, but it will only be triggered if Mew is in your party. So then, they can have an epic battle together. Obviously, right? Because you have to have Mew in the first place, which is impossible to get. So there's no way to disprove this one. So this one just kind of circulated because I think your item finder goes off there and you get like the Berserker gene is what it really is.
Yeah.
But the game had kind of hinted that something was there, and then kids just ran with it and said, "Oh yeah, you can get that secret entrance open." So that one makes sense how it came to be. Okay, another thing about Gen 2 is Gen 2 introduced shinies, right?
Oh yeah.
But the shiny odds of finding a shiny are so low that we all just thought it was Gyarados, and that was it.
Yeah, they were just automatic, like you found them.
Just a cool piece to the story, and we didn't realize that any Pokemon could technically be shiny. There's just no way to know that. But one kid, and this one might actually be true, one kid came to school saying he found a blue Rapidash on Mount Silver. And we're like, what? No way, man, you're full of crap. Right? There's no way you found a blue Rapidash. I've been up and down, left and right, all over Mount Silver. I've never seen no blue Rapidash. Okay, but there is possible Rapidash encounters, right? So technically, it is possible that this kid got a random encounter, and I think Rapidash's shiny is actually blue then. So this kid might have actually been telling the truth.
I think he was. I really think he was.
I think he might have had like that 1 in tens of thousands of chance, and it happened to him.
That kid happened to run up on a Rapidash, and it was shiny. That was the only one he saw the whole day.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Dang. The only kid that was actually telling the truth.
he came to school all right, and he started telling everybody. So we all went home and started going up Mount Silver and looking for this blue Rapidash just for a long time. And I never found it.
And no one found him, and then started bullying this poor kid for lying.
I think we did. We called him a liar. Sorry, Manberg. We did the same thing.
You're a liar.
Oh, shoot. But yeah, looking back now that you know how it works and how shiny encounters work, you could have been telling the truth.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You could have definitely been telling the truth.
Yep.
By the way, I misspelled the title. Did I really? How did I spell it? I don't even know how I spelled it, by the way. Pokemon as children's folklore. Did I? I didn't write the line above the E, but it's because I don't know how to do that. Oh well, I'll fix it afterwards. You can always fix it after.
Okay. Ready for another one?
Yep, what we got?
All right, still in Gen 2.
So
Gen 2 also brought in Unknown, right? And the third movie had Unknown linked into Entei, right? So we're all wondering, like, what is the point of these Unknown and the Ruins of Alph and these puzzles here, and why are they here, right? You solve them, nothing really happens in Gold and Silver. It wasn't really till Crystal that they started making these secret rooms come out and open, and he understood it a little more. But in Gold and Silver, the rumor circulated that if you solved all the puzzles, and it would open up a secret room in the Ruins of Alph, and this room would lead to none other than Entei, right?
Okay.
Which made a lot of sense, because that's what the movie kind of was about, and we knew that, and there was a connection there. So, right, childhood folklore, again, it takes like kernels of truth, and kids turn it their own way into something that they created. So yeah, but definitely not true. Entei encounter is one of those chase encounters where he's at different parts of the map and you got to run into him randomly. He's not connected in the games to the Ruins of Alph. And even in Crystal, you could get some items and open up some secret secret rooms with a secret message,
Mm-hmm.
but there was no Entei involved. So that one was built upon some truth, I think, but not quite.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure that he never did that, but he's just like, I believe it so that people think I'm cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But interesting thought though. I'll say that's for sure.
Yeah, and some of them are believable because they're actually like, oh, that's a good idea, right?
Yeah, for sure. That is actually a really smart idea. Okay, Manberg says I need to read his chats. He said one day, oh, it went away in the 8th grade, and then one day in the beginning of 8th grade, in daycare at the end of the day, when no teachers were around on the field, everyone was gathered playing football, and they called me Minecraft Kid. Then they stepped back and said, okay. Never heard it again until I said I liked Halo, and they said Halo Kid, and I dead stared him, and he said, just kidding. Morale of the story, swearing solves bullying. Oh man, that's awesome. They know you can stand up for yourself is what it is.
Be assertive. That's what I teach kids. You be assertive. Stand up for yourself and your needs. And
I literally misspelled pokey. What did I write? Maybe it auto-corrected me. Wait, he says. Wait. Okay, dude. Alright, let's continue.
Okay. So I think we got one more from Gen 2, and you can probably guess it. So this it has to do with the mythical of that time, which was Celebi, right? So Celebi's kind of like the Mew of Gen 1. There's no way to freaking get Celebi. And we just had no idea how to do it. But he's there. He's got to be there. It's kind of like Mew, right? So kids started making up rumors. Well, this one was obvious because in the Ilex forest, there's the shrine, right, of the protector of the forest.
Oh,
so of course, that's where you get Celebi. But I mean, there were so many different rumors. You use different HMs. You bring a certain Pokemon in your party at this number or this type, and it would unlock Celebi. So we spent a lot of time just trying all those things, and nothing ever happened. Right?
Yeah.
We didn't realize that there was a special event that had to be given out where you get the GS ball, and then that unlocks that bit of code to run, which will allow you to catch Celebi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was the last one, which was just kind of the same as the Mew ones. Just how do you get Celebi?
Yeah, what was really messed up was they put that little Celebi's house in there, that little thing, and they didn't say really anything about it. And so it was like, come on, you're like, it's got to be this, especially after you see the movie and everything.
Yeah, they're in that forest, and he's a grass type, and he protects it. And yeah. It was absolute. That one's on Game Freak. That one.
Yeah, that one's on them for sure.
Okay. So looking through here, I think we're done with Gen 1 and 2, and I just have maybe one from Gen 3 and one from Gen 4. Because like as we get more into the age of closer to the modern age of the internet, these start to die off. And I was older too, so I didn't really even if they were out there. Okay, so for Ruby version, if you go to what's that town's name in the water? Pacifidlog Town? Is that what it's called if my memory serves?
I think so. Oh my goodness.
It's in between Sutopolis and Slateport. You know what town I'm talking about?
Okay, yes, I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, what is... It's something like that. It's got to be.
So anyways, there's the guy in there, and it was rumored that he says, like, I can't see Mirage Island today. But if you checked every day, eventually he would say that he can see it, and that he'd give you directions on how to reach it, and it would unlock the mythical... Again, the mythical thing. The mythical of Gen 3.
Oh.
Jirachi, right?
Yes.
Yep. So I spent a lot of time checking that guy. Nothing ever happened. I don't know if there was any truth to this one. His dialogue never changed for me. I haven't really looked into it. I just remember that when I was coming up with these, I remember that one, and that one was a pain in the butt. But I don't know. Do you remember that one? This is more...
I do remember that one. I remember trying it, and nothing ever came of it. So I was like, this is stupid. I hated when I heard about those things, because it was like, I thought it was just a me problem.
Yeah.
And when it was just it didn't exist. But yeah,
the pains of no internet.
I know, right?
Video.
Didn't have the internet. I remember when I got Gen 3. I was 5 years old. It was for my 5th birthday when I got Sapphire, and yeah, we had like a super old computer that I didn't even know had internet. I thought it just played basic little games on it. No one ever
Little
used
CD
it.
game. Yeah, we didn't. We had that laptop, but
That's true.
the internet was so dang slow, and there wasn't wireless internet yet, and yeah, it wasn't. We just kind of didn't use it yet. It wasn't a staple of everyday things for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and now I think it's our last one, and this one brings us to Gen 4. So you probably remember trying this when we tried it. There was a rumor in Gen 4 that if you get on your bike, and you go to the bridge, right, the bike route. Can't remember the towns in between. You might remember them better where you played it. You played BDSP. Do you remember what town it's called?
Which one was it again? Oh, that route. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I
Down
know what you're talking
bike.
about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. It was if you could go as fast as you can and spin consistently in circles all the way up that bridge in some certain pattern, that you would glitch out your game and you'd be able to walk to where the Darkrai event takes place, and you'd be able to battle and catch Darkrai. Do you remember this one?
Yes, I do, for sure. Yep.
Okay. So now I looked into it a little bit. I think this one is built on a kernel of truth, because the Japanese releases the year earlier of Gen 4 did have some bugs and some glitches in them that allowed you to walk through walls in certain areas, and it would kind of bug out your game and mess it up.
That's true.
So I think that's how this one started, and it was of course fixed for the American releases and probably the European releases, but that was still there, and it still got carried over and got passed along, and to the point where we even tried it, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Anything to get a new legendary.
Yeah, wanted to get that mythical, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I thought it was interesting too, because those walking through walls things, when you do get the glitches and stuff, you can walk through walls and find I think both Darkrai and Shaman.
Yeah.
And we did end up doing that, so it's like, how did they know?
Yeah, I think it goes back to the Japanese version. Somehow somebody figured it out or something.
How to glitch into a wall or something and walk through.
Yeah. So we got the action replay, I think.
Yes, yep. It was an action replay you could plug into the DS, and then the game inside of that.
Yep. Yep, for sure. Yeah, so, yeah. That's all the ones I could think of that I remembered. I don't know if anybody else remembers any more. I don't have a lot going on because I got older for the... After Gen 2, I wasn't in grade school anymore. So, I kind of missed out on those later ones, if they were there at all. So I would be interested if anybody knew any more from those later gens that circled around, or that they heard, or anything like that.
Yeah, I didn't personally get a lot from school. Like I told you, everyone thought it was just so stupid to play Pokemon. You were a nerd if you played Pokemon, and so unfortunately, I didn't get a lot.
That's a good point too. The culture around it changed a lot after Gen 2.
I feel like there was one about the side Pokemon game, the Game Boy, or not the Game Boy, the GameCube one, Pokemon XD. I feel like they said if you beat that all the way up through 100, you get to like have some kind of legendary. Who was it? I'm trying to think. I think it was like Rayquaza. Someone told me that once. If you beat through all 100, you get Rayquaza. And I know for a fact that person never did that, first off. And because it's fetching hard. Like, I didn't do that until, like, I was 18 or older. Because it was so hard to make it through that. I had to transfer Pokemon from my Sapphire game, like, my legendaries, just to be able to beat that. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting one too. Pokemon XD was in there.
Ah, yeah. That's cool.
Let's see. I can't think of any other ones, but that is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
To think
It'd be
about.
interesting to see if this even kind of goes around at all at schools anymore.
That is true.
I hear kids talking about games, but never about. And maybe I just don't catch on to it because I don't play the same games as them anymore.
That's true.
But yeah,
kids have a lot more to play. There's a lot more things to play now.
Yeah.
They'll be playing Apex and Call of Duty.
Online multiplayer seems to be what they enjoy.
Yeah, that's very true. But I'm sure it goes around. I am sure there are some things.
Got to, right?
Yeah, kids are kids, and they'll do that.
Yeah, they'll do that. That's childhood folklore. I don't think it dies out. So
that's awesome. Well, guys, I hope you liked that discussion. There is something I do want to talk about also with this video, and it's just about new updates on the new games, Scarlet and Violet. I want to first off let you guys know, I want to hear your thoughts about the new legendary kind of that we saw. It's actually either a pre-evolution to our Koraidon and what is it? Rhydon?
Miraidon and Koraidon.
Miraidon and Koraidon. It looked like what we got was a pre-evolution, but at the same time, it could be also just another form of him that Trell was shooting off to me that maybe it could be. Dang, I just got owned by their whole team. Yeah, what would you say you saw about that? Because I thought that was interesting thought, what you came up with.
Yeah, I was watching somebody else's video, and that's what they were kind of hypothesizing. So maybe not so much as like a Nebby sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right? But more of maybe like a Necrozma sort of thing.
Okay.
I'm kind of leaning towards the Nebby thing, because I just think he doesn't look like... It looks like an evolution.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think that one looks like he can fly. And we know the other ones can fly and they can swim and all sorts of stuff. So he does kind of look like a babyer form. Maybe not a full baby Pokemon, but like a mid-stage even. And that would be interesting too if maybe he has another evolution as well that we're not seeing.
What it could be is the professors have learned to transform him too.
Okay.
The professors have the old theme and the futuristic
to revert them to that form. The past.
Or take them into that future form.
Interesting.
With the futuristic professor, respectively.
Yeah, and that also makes me wonder if we saw him in battle, so we can use this one in battle. So are we going to be able to use Miraidon and Koraidon in battles too?
I don't think so. At least not till the end. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm not sure about that either.
I think
and that's interesting. Is he going to be separate from them?
You couldn't use your riding Tauros or Machamp in Lola in battle, but you had them to carry you around.
I get you. That's what I thought as well going into it. That was my original thought, and that's what makes sense to me. But this pre-evolution and being in that battle just threw me for a loop. I'm like, why would they make you use him like what looks like early game? And then is that what we're gonna get at first? Is him, and then he eventually we turn him into the other one, or how's that gonna work?
Yeah, I have no idea. It didn't look like that from previews. It looked like you're just riding the box art Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. So, interesting thought. A couple of the new items, or I guess there was one item really that I saw that I thought was really cool as well, and that I can't remember what it was called, but what it does is it instantly activates when someone boosts their own stats, and it gives you those boosts.
Mirror Herb?
Herb? Yes, that is correct. And I think that's crazy. I think that's absolutely crazy. Someone's going to Dragon Dance on you, and you swap out the counter, and you get that boost,
It'd make a reverse sweep. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, this counters some things like Belly Drum even. If you see Snorlax coming out, most likely Belly Drum curse set. You swap something in that counters him, you get those boosts, you most likely outspeed, and then you just hit him super hard with that,
Yeah.
I think that's huge. I think that's really,
especially
really cool.
Against more glass cannon setup sweepers, right? That can be because you steal their boost and then smack them. They're not going to be able to take a hit, and then you're set up to sweep their team.
Exactly. That was an interesting one. I did like. I can't remember that little legendary's name or whatever he is. I don't know if he's a legend. But his move is substitute, but it takes I think 50% of your life is what it looked like. But then it also gets to swap, so you can swap into your counter for free.
Yeah, baton pass and substitute combined.
Yeah, basically combined. And then what's good?
It depends on his stats. Because if he's got medium stats, I don't think it'll be used much.
He needs to be really
fast. If the
fast.
evolutions or the forms, whatever they are, can use it, then absolutely that's going to be big.
That might be really, really big.
That might go straight to Ubers, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, you swapping into somebody with a sub, and first off, if you swap into someone good that can tank the hit and not lose the sub, that's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And you get a free boost, you get a free hit off. It's just, that's amazing to me. That one, that herb.
I think what they're emphasizing as far as competitive play is counters.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to give players more freedom to counter opponents, right? Because the herb counters and this substitute baton pass combo to switch in is a counter, and then we have, of course, the terraforms, which has been showed as a way to counter an incoming attack that's just going to throttle you.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. It was huge too. What we learned is that one typing takes over the other typings, correct? From what we saw,
you just get that typing only.
Yeah, you get that typing and that typing only. So that's kind of a cool thought. And then that move we saw Tyranitar use. It was like Terra Blast. I think it was Terra Blast.
Yeah.
Changes type according to your type, and so once you terraform, it goes into a ghost type or whatever typing I guess that is.
Yeah,
that's interesting. What that base thing will be. I wonder if it's going to be like a normal thing, or Terra to me makes it sound like it's ground or rock because it's earth,
Yeah, crystal. I think it has to do with that crystal stuff.
So that's interesting.
Did you notice the shout out to Gen 1 and the ghost Terra hat?
I didn't.
It's the symbol on Tyranitar's head in that video is the ghost that appears before you have Sylph Scope in the tower.
Oh, okay, yes, I do remember seeing that now. I didn't even think about it. That's cool.
Yeah,
it is. That is super cool.
Another note on that is, I guess, if you terraform into your same type, you will get like a boosted move, and it'll be 2 times stab, I think, instead of 1.5 times stab. But if you switch types, you'll just get the regular stab. I think I got that right.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I could use probably more offensively if you're changing into your same type. So Breloom using Terra and powering up grass types.
Yeah.
Right? But then it's more defensively if you're switching types. So Tyranitar switching into Ghost type would be more of a defensive play.
Oh, I see. Man, this is going to add an interesting twist to the games, ain't it?
Yeah, I think it's a good battle mechanic. I think the hats are kind of I don't really like the hats right now, but
yeah, I don't like them either. Right.
Yeah, I think that was basically that new trailer.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Well, guys, what are your thoughts? Any of you guys that jumped on have any thoughts about it? I appreciate you guys for jumping on, by the way, too. Oh, I died. Make sure you hit that like button while you're at it, guys, and subscribe. We are shooting for our new goal, which is 350 subscribers. We've been killing it lately, and our shorts have been getting tons and tons of views, so that is awesome. Stevenson just said he has to tell me something. That's interesting. He messaged me on not Discord. On stream. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on what this is called. Steam. On Steam. I wonder if there's
Dude,
something new with
your
Elden
mind
Ring.
is elsewhere right now.
I know. I'm trying to play a game, talk at the same time. It's a lot, but it's been fun. I've been having a lot of fun talking about these things. I hope you guys leave in the comments section what you think. What things did you hear when you were kids? And what do you think about the new Pokemon games coming out? I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say. Trell, anything to end off with?
Nope. Just see you in the next one.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow in the Why Not Lock. Have a good one, guys.
Later.